Breaking news. Manchester United are eyeing a massive £51 million transfer, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe making bold moves. Ruben Amorim is facing criticism for his mistakes, while the Red Devils set their sights on a £25 million sporting CP Wonderkid. Stay tuned for all the latest updates. Manchester United to make £51 million transfer move, as Sir Jim Ratcliffe seeks termination of deal. Manchester United face a critical week in their faltering season when they travel to Real Sociedad on Thursday evening, 5:45 p.m. kickoff. The Reds will almost certainly miss out on qualifying for Europe through the Premier League, meaning that the Europa League is their final chance to seal European football at M16 for another season. Ruben Amorim's team crashed out of the FA Cup on Sunday as another route back into Europe disappeared. But United will seal a return to the Champions League if they win the Europa League. This year's final will be played in Bilbao on Wednesday, May 21st. Below are some of the latest headlines surrounding United, as well as a view on each one. Zubimendi transfer claim. United are reportedly eyeing a summer move for Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi. Give Me Sport claim that the Reds are still looking to add more legs to their squad during the summer window, and Zubimendi fits the bill. The Spain international has been heavily linked with Premier League rivals Liverpool and Arsenal in the past. But there is said to now be interest from Old Trafford in the player who has a £51 million release clause in his current Sociedad contract. Isaac Selican of the Manchester Evening News says, "It is hard to see any way that Zubimendi would choose United without Champions League football, and if Arsenal and Liverpool are interested. Midfield will need to be strengthened in the summer with Christian Eriksen leaving, but it's also likely that the Reds will look for a cheaper option than Zubimendi." Cost-cutting move. The Reds are reportedly exploring an early termination from a 10-year lease agreement at their London offices in Kensington. The Guardian report that it is the latest cost-cutting move by United co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his Ineos group. It is said that Ratcliffe has decided that the vast majority of the club's staff should be based in Manchester. The report adds that the 23,000 square foot space at the London office has been deemed too large and expensive. Isaac Selican of the Manchester Evening News says, "The concern with this move will be whether more jobs will be affected. If not, then this may be a more sensible cost-cutting measure by Ineos." Ruben Amorim keeps making a major mistake at Manchester United, and it is not his formation. It is a raw deal to inherit two ostensible goal scorers. One is not actually a goal scorer, who struggle to score goals. Never mind that they cost an obscene £108.5 million. Ruben Amorim has been dealt an unwinnable hand with Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee. That has also been compounded by his bosses having the United attack since the summer and not securing a replacement in the winter. It was risky business to let Antony and Marcus Rashford leave on loan without an incoming. There was no reward for that risk as Ahmad injured his ankle the next week and he was ruled out for the season. And then there were three: Højlund, Zirkzee and Alejandro Garnacho. The latter has scored more goals than the former two, yet he has been in and out of the side. Garnacho was contentiously substituted against Ipswich Town in response to Patrick Dorgu's red card. Garnacho's ball striking close to goal has regressed and he is without a Premier League goal since November. He is still more of a goal threat than Højlund, 7 goals this season, and Zirkzee 5. Amorim insisted it would have been a risk to start Garnacho against Fulham. It was a greater risk to bench him. United conceded first for the 22nd time out of 42 games this season, and Garnacho was summoned 7 minutes into the second half with United 1-0 down. The 3-4-3 system Amorim is wedded to could be fluid and attack-minded. For more than 3 months, it has been rigid and defense-minded. 6 of the 10 outfield starters against Fulham were defensive players: 3 centre-backs, 2 full-backs and a defensive midfielder. The starting 11 had contributed 33 goals this season at kickoff. Amorim has done that before. Away at FCSB, the balance was awry in the first half, so Garnacho and Ahmad emerged at the interval to even it up. United won 2-0 and played authoritatively in the second half. United are hampered by their shallow attack and, of the trio of forwards available, only Garnacho is good enough. But Amorim has hindered the team with his trial and error. He has selected 24 different lineups in 24 games. Kobbie Mainoo has played as a number 6, a number 10 and a number 9. His best performance was as one of the two 10s against FCSB when he got an assist and scored. 3 days later, Mainoo started up front in the defeat to Crystal Palace. In those 24 games, Amorim has selected at least 6 defensive starters in 15 of them, and United have won only 4. 3 of those were influenced by game-changing substitutes: Victoria Plzen, Manchester City and FCSB, and the ugly win at Fulham was decided by a deflected potshot by Lisandro Martinez. That was United's only effort on target. There was merit in recruiting Dorgu to end the partnership of Nussair Mazraoui and Diogo Dalot, 2 full-backs winging it on the wings. If Dorgu is to be considered a defensive starter, which he technically is, 9 transfers Man United have already missed out on as Wayne Rooney sends Ruben Amorim warning. Wayne Rooney's claim that top players will think twice about joining crisis-hit Manchester United was a damning indictment of the current state of his former club. United legend Rooney, the club's record goalscorer, claimed the constant chopping and changing of managers and styles means the best players in the world will see a move there as too much of a risk to their careers. Since Sir Alex Ferguson stepped down in 2013, having led United to their last league title, the fallen giants have missed out on some big names. Here are United's most high-profile misses in the transfer market. Cesc Fabregas. Appointed as Ferguson's successor, David Moyes was desperate to secure a top-class central midfielder and made Barcelona star Fabregas his number 1 target. Then United chief executive Ed Woodward left the club's summer tour of Australia in 2013 to fly back home on urgent transfer business. But the pursuit of Fabregas was ultimately futile. Fabregas stayed another year at Barcelona before completing a £27 million move to Chelsea in 2014, with Moyes left to rue the first of several high-profile failed transfer bids. Reflecting on the failed signing, Moyes recalled, "Fabregas, who I spoke to on the phone several times, wasn't sure of his place in the Barcelona team. I remember him saying to me, 'If I don't start the first game at Barcelona, then I'll definitely join you.' And he started the first game at Barcelona." Thiago Alcantara. With the Fabregas debacle still raw, United switched their sights to his Barcelona teammate Thiago, but a deal could not be agreed and he joined Bayern Munich instead that summer. After failing to land Fabregas and Thiago, United ended up signing Marouane Fellaini from Everton on deadline day for £27 million, a calamitous signing that began more than a decade of failed recruitment. While Fellaini came to symbolize United's wretched transfer policy and willingness to pay grossly inflated fees for average players, Thiago went on to land the treble with Bayern in the 2019-20 season, eventually joining Liverpool later that summer. Toni Kroos. Having missed out on Fabregas and Thiago, Moyes set his sights on signing Bayern Munich midfielder Kroos in the summer of 2014 and had a verbal agreement in place with the player. But Moyes was sacked by United in April 2014 and replaced by Louis van Gaal, who decided against signing Kroos, who joined Real Madrid that summer, where he enjoyed huge success. Kroos said, "I knew that Manchester United wanted me and Moyes underlined that absolutely. It was a really nice afternoon with very nice people. We talked a lot about United's footballing plan, which convinced me. In the end, we agreed verbally. So it was close. I almost went to United." Sadio Mane. Van Gaal wanted to sign Sadio Mane from Southampton in 2015 to give pace and a different attacking dimension to his United side. But United had 2 bids. Man United intend to pay £25 million to sign Sporting CP Wonderkid. Contact made with Entourage. Manchester United are prepared to step up their interest in signing one of Sporting CP's best emerging talents. According to Sky Sport CH, the Red Devils had a relatively quiet winter transfer window. They made just one high-profile signing. Patrick Dorgu was purchased from Serie A outfit Lecce. The Dane has seamlessly adapted to the 3-4-2-1 system under manager Ruben Amorim. Dorgu has played as a right and left wing-back, but he is most comfortable from the left. The manager may want another quality solution on the right. It is known that he would like to reunite with Sporting CP Wonderkid Giovanni Quenda. Sky Sports CH now claim that the Red Devils have already established contact with the player's entourage. The Red Devils are prepared to launch a formal bid soon. The club intend to pay £25 million and are optimistic of convincing Sporting CP with their offer. Amorim has his sights on Quenda reunion. Amorim handed Quenda his debut at Sporting CP earlier this term. The teenager made an instant impact with several standout displays from right wing-back. Under new manager Rui Borges, he has operated as a left winger in recent months, but the youngster has still been impressive with some goal contributions. Quenda has 9 goal involvements for the campaign. The Wonderkid has also excelled with his work rate, distribution, duel winning ability and recoveries. He could be tempted to reunite with Amorim, having built a good relationship in a short time. However, the big question is whether United can afford his services. Quenda, who is very talented as per Amorim, could cost much more than United's initial valuation. He has immense potential at the age of 17. We won't be surprised if Sporting CP hold out for £40 million or more to part ways with the highly rated talent this summer. The Portuguese giants will be hoping for a bidding war for him. United must be proactive and should include future performance add-ons to convince them. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Thank you. MUFC Daily Updates.